Let's imagine two bodies with a spherical form, with certain masses, with certain distance between them. To each body, evenly from all sides, moves the space, with the speed proportional to each mass. While moving, the space accelerates. In this way, the moving space creates in the area of second body the gradient of speed. In consequence of this, appears the force of inertia, which is proportional to the acceleration of space and proportional to the mass of second body. Meanwhile, the acceleration of space is proportional to the mass of first body and have inverse square dependence on distance. Appearance of this force is direct consequence of modified second law of Newton, which implies that the space can move. On the basis of said, we can describe it so: where k is the coefficient that defines the acceleration of space, nearby the body with mass 1 kg at the distance 1 meter. Obviously that it's equal to the gravitational constant. And here we have the law of universal gravitation, with all its simplicity and flaws. This is how looks interaction of two bodies with equal masses. By the vectors indicated the acceleration of space, before and after addition. There's a difference of acceleration that creates a force, and the bodies starts to move to each other. But if they are rotating around each other, then the centrifugal force will compensate the gravity force. This is how looks the field of speed around a body that moves in the space with high velocity. Here the vectors are curved to indicate that the direction of space is changing nearby the massive body. The similar situation in case of group of bodies, like a solar system. In case of moving of the solar system in the disk of galaxy, we have a high value of speed of space directed to the center of galaxy. The distribution of speed in the galaxy depends on the distribution of mass, therefore may be different. The most important aspect of theory is how the speed of light depends on the speed of space. And here we must be careful. In these details is hiding the key to the many problems of physics. Our solar system is moving in the space with direction to the constellation of Lion and with speed around 400 km per second. But how we can detect this moving on Earth? Is it changed the speed of light? Can we observe the anisotropy of speed of light? Is that decreases the speed of light for 400 km per second in direction of constellation of Lion? No, we don't observe it. And the signals of the GPS satellites not coming earlier or later. But we can observe some deviations. For example, in laser observatory in Crimea, observed deviations of the laser beam from trajectory that predicted by theory. Besides, on the surface of Earth, observed some deviations of the laser beam that depends on the direction in space. But the observed deviations of speed of light much less than 400 km per second. And what is it saying about? It's saying that the speed of light, that is, the speed of electromagnetic interaction, nearby the Earth most likely depends on the magnetic field of our planet that moves together with Earth and creates the area of light speed isotropy around the planet. But on the long distance, the tension of magnetic field decreases and the speed of light will depend on the speed of space. Besides, the speed of light depends on the medium. In the atmosphere, it's less than in the cosmic space. On the basis of that all, we can make the conclusion. The speed of light depends on the strength of magnetic field, and when it's weak, depends on the speed of space. The moving of space that used in this theory is not a moving of ether. It's a fundamentally different thing. For explanation of the gravity, there's no need to introduce a new conceptions. The basic conception of space with the properties of inertia is enough for it. In one of the next video, I will tell you why we must not mix these conceptions. The gravitational redshift in theory of moving space, as in the classical theory, appears because of time dilation in gravitational field. But the reason for this phenomenon is not the distortion of space, but a moving of space. The flow of moving space shifts the rays of light, and the direction of light is changing. And degree of the bending depends on the speed of this flow. But the bending of light can be only beyond the strong magnetic field. The stronger magnetic field, the weaker bending. The gravitational wave, in the theory of moving space, is the changing of speed of moving space. So, the gravitational wave is longitudinal wave, which can be created as a result of various processes.